Hi, this is Andrea Kane, and I'm here with you for HIT 292. This is a syllabus review video for 2021 fall semester. As you can see, I'm here in Brightspace at the start of HIT 292. I'm going to click on the syllabus button here in the blue banner and review the syllabus there with you, but I'll also show you content where you can access a PDF version. Really quick before I get started, if you are experiencing textbook delays, please note that there is an announcement about how to handle them. All right, going into syllabus. I'll give my computer here a few seconds to load. All right, this is an entirely online class. That means that we don't have any Zoom classes. We don't meet in person on campus. Everything that you need to complete is entirely online. My instructor information is here. The best way to reach me is through email. My office hours are Mondays from 10 to 11:30. I'll be on campus at Calmar. I had an office in Max Clark, but they've been doing renovations. So right now I'm temporarily in room 206, classroom 206 in Max Clark on Mondays from 10 to 11:30 if you need to find me in person. Otherwise, you can find me on Zoom. I'm there Tuesdays from 2 to 4:30 and Thursdays 6:30 to 8:30 in the evening. And I'll show you in content where the links are that you can click into to join me on Zoom if you have some questions or concerns you want to talk about. Required materials. For this class, there are 3 required materials. The first one is Principles of Healthcare Reimbursement and Revenue Management by Ann Casto and Susan White, 7th edition. That is the book that we will use for our quizzes. That is your primary textbook for this class. That's the one we'll be reading through each week. Health Information Management Technology is the book that you used initially in HIT 330, but we use it throughout all of our courses as reference and going back to and providing additional information, those types of things. That textbook is the primary textbook that our students use to study for their RHIT mock exams as well as their RHIT certification exam. And our students have told us that that is the one book that they wish we would use more. So you'll be noticing over this semester, next semester, that textbook is one that you'll want to hang on to and use as reference as we go through each class. The last book that you will need for this class is Case Studies in Health Information Management. You'll use this book also for several classes that you're taking, so hang on to it as well. Because it's a workbook and it's got all sorts of case studies that we utilize for assignments. And that is the 4th edition of this book. It's a newly published one. The next set of information here, course information, has to do with the course guide, and I'll show you in content where you can get a full copy of the course guide in PDF form. Grading procedures and scale, that's pretty typical. Again, this is set by the college. All I do is identify our items, our points and percentage, and plug it into the formula. So for this class, we have 2 discussions, one in week 1, one in week 16. They're worth a total of 40 points or 3% of your grade. There are 48 assignments worth 1,291 points or 86% of your grade. There are 8 quizzes worth 170 points or 11% of your grade. So a total of 58 items totaling 1,505 points. The next section is the course calendar, and this is really a roadmap of where we're going each week, what we'll be studying, what do we need to accomplish, what chapters in our textbooks will we be utilizing, point values, course objectives, unit objectives. So this just shows you week by week what we will be working on. This is especially helpful if you want to work ahead, but it also gives you a chance to just kind of plan out your weeks. And again, this goes all the way through. In the syllabus that I'll show you under content, the PDF version, you can print this out so you can have it to mark on. The next section is really all campus information, so I'm not going to cover it, but I would ask you to read through it so that you're familiar with it. Because this is an online class, we are not affected by campus or center closings or campus emergencies, but this information is here again because it's all college. I take attendance of online courses. What I do is I look to see, have you completed any coursework in the week prior? I typically take attendance when I do grading on Tuesdays and Wednesdays for the prior week. So if I see that you have done something in terms of coursework, I mark you present. If I see that you haven't done anything at all, I mark you as absent unless you've contacted me to alert me that you're going to be absent or that you've been ill or are ill, those types of things. You are not required to email me or alert me, but this just helps with attendance if it's something you want. If instead of being marked absent, you wish to be excused, then just let me know. The two major academic integrity violations we see at a college level are cheating and plagiarism is really a form of cheating. If you are not sure what plagiarism is, how to avoid it, how to do citations, how to paraphrase, how to make sure that you're crediting the source, reach out to the NICC Learning Center and they can help you for free and confidentially work on those aspects so that you aren't in danger of having an academic integrity violation. Moving down here, my policy for late work is the same in all of my classes. So if you've ever had me for other classes, it hasn't changed. I do not accept discussions late. The reason for that is that the discussion happens during a specific period of time, and after that period of time, we don't go back. We don't address it. So if it's not at or near the time of event, like good medical record documentation, it's really not applicable, and that's why I don't accept them late. In terms of assignments and quizzes, those are accepted late without any penalty. However, no later missing items will be accepted after 11:30 p.m. on Sunday, December 19th. So you have until 11:30 p.m. on December 19th to submit any later missing items that are assignments or quizzes. After that, I can't accept them. And the reason is I need time to process those, grade those, update Brightspace, and make sure that I get final grades into the registrar on time. So because I permit submission of late assignments and quizzes without any penalty, there is no makeup testing, and I don't shift the due dates. I don't extend due dates. It's just the due date is the due date. If you miss it, that's fine, but make sure you get it in before 11:30 p.m. on December 19th. When I go to grade on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I am required to update your grades. So if I'm missing something or if something's incomplete or there's an issue with it, I will have to put a 0 in there, and that should be a placeholder for you and I both to be aware that something's not right and that needs to be addressed. When you do turn in your items, then I can update that, rescore it, and the grade will update when I do that. So just to be aware. Use of technology all the way down through recording really is not applicable because we're an online class, but I ask you to read through it and just be familiar with it. Classroom conduct really boils down to professionalism, respect, and kindness. As long as we do those things, we shouldn't have an issue. Course calendar, your typical due dates are on the Monday following the week of class. Classes open on Tuesdays, close on Mondays. My deadlines are usually 11:30 p.m., and that's indicated in Brightspace. If there's a discrepancy or conflict in Brightspace, please email me so that I can correct it in Brightspace and clarify that. We'll have discussions week 1 and 16 only. Those are open now. You can complete them. Assignments can be started and completed at any time throughout the course, but they do have specific due dates. There are rubrics for some of the assignments. Please make sure you look at the rubrics before you work on the assignment so you know the grading criteria and what I'm going to be looking for. Case studies do not have rubrics. Quizzes open on Thursdays and close on Mondays. They are one attempt available. They are time limited and graded based on correct answers only. Brightspace automatically scores and grades these. The purpose is to demonstrate proficiency with the materials learned that week. In this class, there are several opportunities for scheduled and predictable interactions with students driven by me, the instructor. These include, but are not limited to, my weekly Zoom office hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and self-reflection discussion assignments on weeks 6, 11, and 16. I provide students with direct instruction, assessment of coursework, feedback on your work as appropriate, and response to course questions, contents, and competencies. Students are strongly encouraged and warmly welcome to reach out to me at any time through email if they have any questions, comments, concerns, or needs. Classroom conduct I covered before. Additional information, just really want to emphasize the Learning Center. Free, confidential, there to help you. They can help you with writing. They can help you with grammar, spelling, punctuation. They can help you find ways to do research. They can help you with citing and making sure that you avoid plagiarism and how you write your paper and how you do your sourcing. They can help with test taking anxiety and test strategies to give you confidence. So please take advantage of the Learning Center. If you need read speaker for Brightspace, you can reach out to the DIID team and they'll make sure that you have access to that. Much of our material is purposed for education and it's copyrighted, and if it's used outside of educational reasons, we can get into trouble. So please don't share the information that you're using in the course. Netiquette is etiquette guidelines for electronic communications. If you haven't done so already, I'd encourage you to Google netiquette and learn more about it. If you have an accommodation, please let me know so that I can be a support and encouragement. Be of support to you, encourage you, and help you in whatever way is necessary. If you don't have an accommodation and feel that you need one, please reach out to Sally Mallon. She is our new Director of Accessibility Services at NICC and a wonderful person. She'd be glad to help you. And then the rest of the information, again, is all college. So if there's anything there that you need to be aware of, please make sure you read through it. All right, let's step over to the blue banner again and click on content so that I can show you a couple of things over here. If you go over here, you'll see getting started, okay? And if you click on getting started, you can see that there's information, which is unfortunately not accurate apparently. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this. I am sorry that is there. I'm not sure. DIID has been making changes to my stuff, and unfortunately, they are not always making sure that my information is correct. So I will have to work with them on that because this is not accurate. So while we're standing here, while we're holding for a moment, you're gonna notice I'm gonna make a couple of these changes. So you're gonna get to see a peek behind the curtain. If you ever watched The Wizard of Oz, you'll notice that there was that peek behind the curtain. And that's a little bit of what you'll get to see here. But I want to make sure that this is accurate so that you know, so that you have what you need. All right, so let me go back to getting started. Sorry for that little detour. And it didn't change it. Oh, all right, I'll have to come back and get it. My apologies there. And it looks like they have changed things up here as well because my syllabus is not there. All right. So I apologize. I will have to fix this. It was fixed a couple of days ago because I was just in here yesterday and it was correct yesterday and it's not correct today. So I'll have to get with DIAD to get that fixed. But you will be able to come here and see syllabus and there will be a PDF version that you can look up, and the same thing with the course guide. So my apologies for that. I'll be working with DID. But coming down further here under table of contents, you can see Zoom office hours, and thankfully that has not changed. You can see there's a different link for Tuesday versus Thursday. The password is the same, but the links are different. So make sure that if it's Tuesday, you use the Tuesday link. If it's Thursday, use the Thursday link in order to Zoom with me. And those hours and days are correct. And then you can click on each week and it goes through and it shows you the information that you'll need for each week to work through. All right, I apologize for that getting started tab. I will work with DIID to get that fixed. I hope you have a great week. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. Talk to you again soon. Bye.